right, hello, good afternoon, everybody. It's been a great Ignite, and thank you for coming for this 20-minute, what I call the snackable bite of FastTrack. So this is about FastTrack at no additional cost. I'd love a show of hands to know if you, who knew about FastTrack? Oh my God, awesome, awesome. How about at no additional cost? Okay, that was a little, we could be doing better on that one, I think. And then really to help you get up and running on EMS. We've had excellent announcements this Ignite. We have more coming. I'm super excited about it. I'm here to tell you about FastTrack and how we can help you deploy these EMS products, as well as for Microsoft 365. You've been seeing that theme. We are super excited about it, bringing EMS, Office, and Windows together. I am Dina O'Mara. I should probably introduce myself. I'm Dina O'Mara with the Enterprise Mobility and Security team. I manage the FastTrack program from the strategy and the marketing perspective. I have with me three of our experts. We have Patrick, Brian, and Pablo. Around the corner. There they are, right here. If you have any questions, and this is in the spirit of what FastTrack is about, please, we'll have a great Q&A afterwards as well. Let's get started. All right, this theme, I think we can all relate to this. So how many of us have hiked mountains? Maybe not Everest. Hiking trails, a house remodel. When we think of the story we're about to tell you, this is what it's all about. I don't know if anyone's getting motion sickness. We tried to put some cool animation in here. But anyway, when we think about we're either a beginner, we might be advanced, we might be a rock star. You might also be at the base camp. You might be all the way up at the top and coming around and thinking about the next one you want to do. We thought this was a perfect way to tell you the story about FastTrack today. Really, the goal that we're trying to set here is oftentimes we need to go with our buddies, we need a guide, and a lot of times also, what is that right equipment I need to take with me? The learnings from each and every single hike or house remodel we do, and bring it on to the next adventure that we go on. And that's what FastTrack is all about. So what I want to do is talk about trends in the workplace first. I want to set the stage. What I want to do is establish value, the confidence, and start telling you about how you're going to accelerate your deployments with the use and partnership of FastTrack. And basically, it's not about work anymore. It's not about going to work anymore. Work is now an activity. And that's what this, am I in your way? Okay. This is what this slide is about. It's about the sense of purpose. It's now about end users and what are our end users really doing. Harnessing their ingenuity, the creativity, and enabling them to work the way they're familiar, the flexible work styles that we're all having today. Multi-generational, what that means is that we've got documentation, we've got everything going on at different levels, aging documents somewhere in some share folder, and then we've got the brand new that's coming out in terms of the way we're working as teams and collaboration. And then the increased transparency that's requested of us, yet we need to be thinking about security. So these are some great statistics. You might have seen this theme going across the other presentations that we've done. One of my favorites that's not on here is the percent of employees that are using non-authorized SaaS apps. I want some guesses. What number do you think that is? What percent of employees in your organization are using non-approved SaaS apps? 80? Did you guys see the slider? No, no, see, there wasn't a slide. It is 80%, exactly. And then the question I have for you is, what is the other 20% doing? No, yeah. So I'll just leave it at that. 72% mobile devices. That means they'll be using those by 2020 in terms of just mobility, using any device, tablet that we're working on. 63% data breaches are taking place. This one, I couldn't even believe this statistic was this high. A third are going to be successfully going in and attacking within your shadow IT. Do you guys know, who's heard of shadow IT? Shadow IT is a new and growing term we need to all be very aware of. It is about the organizations within your organization that are working with their own deployments and their own technical integrations without you knowing. I might be, okay, I'm in marketing, sorry. Marketing might be doing something. HR might be doing something. It starts looking at what are the other departments in your organization doing that you're not aware of, technology that's opening up your security risk. And that's why EMS is so important. So this is talking about the balance beam that we all have to deal with every day. The user expectations, collaborating and sharing with partners and customers and employees, easy access to the familiar apps, working easily from anywhere on any device, and then the corporate challenges, where you have managing all of the resources, protecting of your data, managing more with limited resources, and that is you right here. So this is what we've heard you tell us. When you've come into FastTrack and you're asking us for help, these are the comments we've heard you say. I mean, I'm sure you probably can relate to some of this. I'm looking at some nods, not all. I'm supposed to be an expert on all this new tech stuff. Now that I use the cloud, the expectations to deliver are much higher. It's continually evolving. And then I want to make stuff that won't get hacked. So Satya spoke about this in our keynote, and what was great is about the whole digital transformation. And this is what the world is becoming now. It is about mobility of the human experience. And what that is saying to all of us, it's not a technology revolution anymore. It's a people revolution. And because of the mobility and the demands, that security blanket becomes even more crucial. So digital transformation, we're hearing about this constantly. We're all growing and evolving. Microsoft is digitally transforming, and we're learning from all of you as well. Thank you. One of the things is that it is just a game changer. The technologies that we're all using now are shifting, and the demands on us are extremely crucial in terms of how we start utilizing the technologies and wrapping that security blanket. Let's talk about Microsoft 365 for just 2 seconds. Again, this is a theme throughout a lot of the sessions that you've seen, but we are going to talk afterwards about how do I deploy that? And that's what I'm here for. And our experts, I see them right out there. Hello. All right, so we have empowering our employees to get to that modern workplace. We have how do we unlock creativity, teamwork, simplicity, security. And I'm here to talk to you about intelligent security. Office, Windows, and enterprise mobility, the combination and the way in which you will meet very specific scenarios and objectives. What Microsoft has done is taken these pillars, if you will, these ways in which we want you to get to the modern workplace. For instance, let's use security, Microsoft 365 security, and think of what are the most common security objectives you're facing in your organizations. We have actually identified a strong 8. There are many, many more, and I'm going to just show you a few examples. And what we've done is you come into FastTrack, and this is to help accelerate your deployments. We've identified them and mapped the best combination of products to meet each of your scenarios. But there is a magic to that, because it's not just about one. You might have a number of objectives, and I'm going to get to that in just a few minutes here. So keep that in mind. I would also challenge you to think about your objectives now, because I'd love at the end to kind of engage you a little bit and say, what are those security objectives you're trying to achieve? And we can start a very quick question and answer, and we can all learn from one another as well. So this could not be a more perfect diagram for what FastTrack is about. We are your guide. We are hand-holding you. We are listening to you. We are with you the whole way at any stage, going to the cloud, on-premise, working with your current investments, all of that. And then at the same time, we will work with you, your existing partner, if you have an existing partner. We're also working with a great community of partners so that we can also give referrals to those partners for you. We have excellent partner-led deployments as well, and we're super happy about that. So this is the new evolution of FastTrack for Microsoft 365. And what I really want to highlight here is about the faster deployment, higher adoption, and maximizing ROI. These are the magic numbers for your organization, as I'm sure Us, I know it is, and especially adoption, and that is very critical. I won't read through all of these, but these are all of the benefits that the Fast Track from Microsoft 365 will provide for you, and a lot more. But these hit on some of the key highlights for you. One of the ones I want to highlight for you, for instance, is the adoption, as I talked about. And then again, delivered by Microsoft engineers. It comes with your subscription. We just did some research with some ITDMs and IT pros, our decision makers and our IT pros. That research was telling us, I need help. I need these experts. I need that hand-holding. They love working with the experts. They love that this is a repeatable benefit. Every workload you have, it's included with your subscription. Deploy and move to the next one. So it's really a very nice motion and helps you in planning and establishing your roadmap and accelerating your deployment because you've done all of that planning. I just ran into a guy when we were at the deli getting our lunches, and he said he had just gotten into a new role. And his new role, because I said, it's amazing to me how many discussions I've had where planning is not, that proactive planning is sometimes not done. Everyone's so busy. I'll get this product. I'm going to go and put that one. Now I'm going to get this product. I'm going to do that one. He said, that's what I was just hired to do, to plan and help the IT department in executing. So I was really happy to hear that. So we are worldwide. We are global. We speak in 13 languages. We have about 8 key locations and also satellite locations. So we are definitely a global service across the world for you. Over 800 of the, what I would say, engineers and managers and specialists. I was going to say manager, I'm like, I think it's specialists too. We've got all of them. 4,000 plus new customer requests are coming in. This has doubled now. This is every month, and this has doubled since last year. And I have an interesting industry stat I want to share with you all. 40,000 customers deployed just over the past fiscal. So there is an increasing amount of what is taking place with FastTrack. And in your own words, I love word clouds. Again, this is in all of your words when we were looking at what are you asking us about when you come to FastTrack? Onboarding, business value, discovery, configuration, driving value, migration. These are all words that you've told us. And we listen, and we keep increasing and enhancing our roadmaps. We keep working with how can we enhance our processes within FastTrack and take in that learning. The benefit you get, and again, as part of the acceleration with FastTrack, is the fact that we are not only learning from you and delivering that knowledge and expertise to you in your organizations, we are also sharing with you the best practices of all of the other customers that we have worked with. And that is a huge foundation. So how can you not be working with FastTrack? It's included with your subscription, right? The most important value statistics I can share with you today, 38% reduction in time to onboard using FastTrack. That is huge. Of those customers that we have been working with who used FastTrack or who didn't, we did some analysis with our insights team, and this was the percent. We were amazed. We're also very happy. 67% increase in customer satisfaction, and what that means, again, looking at our insights team, we were saying of those who've purchased the products, worked with FastTrack and didn't, what we found is that those with that help and deployment and the additional learnings and the additional knowledge were happier, more satisfied. Really, it came down to that core support. Microsoft is changing the game. We are not going to just be the product and software company anymore. We are going to the end-to-end journey, on your journey, through to service, and then go around again and be there for you. That's what FastTrack's about. And basically, big bottom line goal, adoption, those using FastTrack, 3.5 times more increase in active usage. And that is because we have these services with our experts here behind you. We have these services that help adoption, the templates, the setting of the expectation with your end users to help them easily understand, here are the tools that you're going to need for doing your business and daily work every day. Here are the tools, where you can understand the benefits now and understanding the new capabilities and what they need to do. And ROI is very key too. You'll have this deck after Ignite when we post all of these, and these are excellent statistics if you're trying to develop the business case with your senior executives, the business decision makers in your organization, or your IT leaders, or yourselves. This is very good to see as well. 25% ROI, the 155 NPV, net present value per user, 10-month payback. That's a short runway to get some payback. I love that number. And this one's critical. This relates to adoption. 25% increase in the productivity gain as a result of your deployment. So with our partners, again, we are extremely committed and work very closely with our partner community. 1 out of every 4 of the FastTrack inquiries that come in are led by customers, by partners. They're leading the customer deployments, and they work with FastTrack as well. We're an extension of the partner team in that case. They're leading the deployments, and we're helping and holding the hand with the partners and allowing them to work on other, perhaps more critical types of initiatives along that are related with this deployment. And then very quickly, the delivery model. Again, these are 3 of the key frameworks of FastTrack. And this is what helps you to really drive the acceleration of your deployment in your organization. Envisioning and planning. I cannot stress that enough. Defining your vision. What that means is, let's talk about what the timing is, what is it you need to deploy, what are your objectives, but it's really proactively starting to lay out what is my infrastructure, what are the things that I need to be aware of ahead of time before I'm in the process of deploying and running into it time. So this is what the envisioning helps, and the FastTrack Center helps that as well. Onboarding, obviously, through the full provisioning and enabling of your products. We have the experts there. You will have a FastTrack manager and the experts actually walking you through what to do, in many cases guiding you. You can call, ask them questions, say, hey, I ran into this, now what I do? They walk you through it. They will spend that time with you and are completely committed. And then driving value, as I talked about before, getting the adoption among your end users is so critical. So let me walk quickly through some of those scenarios, the objectives. I talked about objectives or challenges for security that you're trying to achieve. These are 4 examples. You want to protect your data on files and apps and devices. I think we can all relate to that one. Detect and protect against external threats. We all want that one. Protect your users and their accounts. It's kind of a nice AD here, identity. And work securely from anywhere and anytime. I'm seeing a lot of nodding and relating to this. There is no order. You may have different objectives and different stages at where you're at, but let's talk about one. I want to protect the data on files and apps. The mapping I talked about earlier, we would recommend, highly recommend, these, like the bundling and mapping of the products. This EMS products, and then we would come to Windows, and then we would say, you need to do Office Pro Plus and Office apps to wrap this security blanket for this scenario. And that's what we've done with each and every scenario, the top most common ones we've heard from you. Similarly, we did the same thing for all of our other scenarios as well. What's nice, that magic I was talking about earlier, was let's say I did this one first. Well, now I'm thinking I have this objective I need to meet. I might look at what are my gaps? What is it I need to be doing next? And when you start laying it out like this, you actually start having a tool or a mechanism to start relating. What is my roadmap? Helping you think through the next steps, those next logical actions you need to take. We'll talk when I'm doing a more detailed session. You're seeing a subset actually of it, but it's a more detailed session tomorrow. And I'm going to have Willem Backus, who's going to come and talk through his experience. United Bank is here with us. We've had many successes with big and small, so I wanted to make sure you were aware of that. And now, really want you to think about your scenarios. I'm going to recap with a video very quickly, and then we'll open it up to questions and answers for all of you, and I'd love to hear about the scenarios and challenges you're facing. Work is a journey. We are all sharing. We love that you're here, and we love that we are hearing your feedback and learning from you as well. We're all learning together. And thank you very much. So we're opening it to questions. Thank you. BRK 1002, breakout 1002 at 10:45. Yeah. He was asking when the session was. Yeah. You please come on up. Why don't you? Pablo, Brian, Patrick. Oh, I think some are talking, having discussion. What, Pablo? Oh. We are actually going to be in preview with one of, like, for instance, our EMS products for the government audience specifically. In preview, I can't say much more right now, but it's coming. We are pushing it fast. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, and the government, boy, come on, government, do it. I was very familiar with Azure government, for instance, and with the DISA and all of the certs and everything. Yeah, it is, and the specific data centers and compliance and so forth. Yeah, we are all over it. Thank you for asking. Yeah. Both. So in other words, if you're a customer, right, well, exactly. And so what the partner may know nothing about it, they can also come in and request assistance. Okay. But so yeah, yourself with your partner, you can get a partner referral. They can do the same thing.